After nearly 30 years in prison, 30 years, today was Robert Johnson's first day of freedom. We showed you his release from the Cook County Jail last night after his 1996 murder conviction was vacated. Our Megan Hickey joins me now. Megan, you were there for his first day of many firsts.
Right, Chris. So Robert Johnson has not been able to spend a day the way that he wants to since he was 16 years old. That's when he was arrested for murder. He's always maintained that he had nothing to do with it. Now at 45, he has a lot of catching up to do.
I kept on telling them I didn't have nothing to do with this, but they didn't believe me.
You told me you haven't slept in a couple of days. Why is that?
It's just my mind is racing so much. I haven't had a time. I haven't been able to settle down mentally.
Robert Johnson can't sleep because there's so much he wants to do. After being released last night after nearly 29 years of incarceration, his first stop after hugging his 92-year-old grandmother was Dave & Buster's for dinner. He said he feels like he's been dropped on another planet. Okay. As his cousin showed him how to use a laptop computer, the first he's ever seen in his life.
Can you watch movies on here?
Yeah. The last time then 16-year-old Johnson was free, police took him from his grandmother's house and arrested him in connection with the April 14, 1996 murder of a man who was shot and killed in a robbery in his apartment on the South Side. There was no real evidence against him, just the testimony of a teenager who later recanted.
I mean, Robert's case is really stunning because it really starts to make you wonder, how did he ever get convicted?
After years of fighting to prove his innocence, his conviction was vacated this week. Next month, the state will determine whether they'll appeal Johnson's case, retry it, or dismiss it. But in the meantime, Johnson hopes he can inspire others in his shoes.
Seeing someone actually walk out of here, it let me know it can be done. You just got to be patient. But it was hope. It gave me hope.
And it was a very good sign that prosecutors didn't move to detain Johnson until his next hearing on March 13th. So his attorney is hopeful that this means the case will not be retried. They're just grateful for some freedom in the meantime. And we'll have much more on some of his firsts coming up at 6.
What a perspective. Thank you, Megan.
Sure.
Great story. We'll see you at 6 o'clock.